At Seahawks practice on Monday, Geno Smith took over as QB1 for the injured Russell Wilson. What's going on? Jackie Montgomery with your Seahawks Daily. Well, for the first time in a decade, the Seahawks started preparing for their upcoming opponent without number 3 expected to start. Russell Wilson had surgery this past Friday after injuring his middle finger on his throwing hand in the team's loss to the Rams.
Russ had a very successful surgery, and we're really happy with all of the reports, and we don't have any timelines for you at all right now. So then that's all you want to hear. But we don't have anything like that. But he's in really good spirits and really active today as much as he can be around us and all that, and really happy for the results of the initial part of it.
With Wilson out and a timeline for his return not yet established, the Seahawks will turn to 9-year veteran Geno Smith. Smith was the 39th overall pick in the 2013 NFL Draft. The Florida native has appeared in 42 games with 31 starts throughout his NFL career, completing nearly 58% of his passes for over 6,300 yards and 30 touchdowns during that span. Playing behind a durable QB like Wilson, fans haven't seen much from Smith in the backup role, but Pete Carroll has high praise for the 31-year-old.
Takes great pride in the work, in knowing the details, and he's really verbal. He's really articulate with the football, stuff that he needs to know. He's really sharp with calls and checks and all that kind of stuff. He's a really good athlete. He's got a tremendous throwing arm. He's got a great arm. He can throw the ball a mile. He can throw the ball hard on the move going in both directions. He scrambles. We saw him the other night, and he's a tough competitor too. So he's got good touch too. I mean, he throws the ball impeccably well. I mean, he's got great throwing mechanics and all of that, and so he can make all the throws.
Smith originally signed with the Seahawks just before the 2019 season. Now in his 3rd year with Seattle and its offensive system, there's an advantage that comes with that familiarity.
It's a real advantage. It's a real advantage to him. He's been through everything that we've done. He's gone every step of the way with Russ. They have been, just shoulder to shoulder through all of the process. He's been a great help for us. He's been a great sounding board for us. He's just been an asset. And what he's done also, he is prepared to play every single week we've ever been out here. He's always been prepared to go. Always worked really hard at it. Knew how important that it was to do that, and embraced the opportunity and the role of it, and did, and you can see, look how sharp he was, for jumping in there. He was prepared to do that.
Smith was a regular starter his first 2 years in the NFL. Prior to that, he was a standout at West Virginia, setting school records for completions, passing yards, and touchdown passes, earning second-team All-Big 12 honors. His senior year, he was named MVP of the 2012 Discover Orange Bowl, throwing over 400 yards and 6 touchdowns, adding another on the ground in the Mountaineers' 70-33 win over Clemson.
Geno, his entire life, has been the best player in his program everywhere he's ever been, and first rounder, and I mean everything about it. I mean, that's what his brain is geared to, is to play and compete and win games and all of that. So that's why I love him so much, because he's been such a great teammate in the time that he's been here, and willing to stick here and wait for his chance. We love him. He loves the program, and so it's been a real love fest in that regard. And now that he gets a chance, and we need him now. We need him to come through and play hard and play great football, and he knows that. And this is what he's been preparing for.
Wilson was at Seahawks practice on Monday, and he is doing all that he can to help put Smith in the best position possible.
Imagine if he can figure out a way how he can compete at that, he's doing it. And so he's already starting to listen to the game plan. He's figuring out where it fits and how it's going to go. He's going to prepare just like he was playing. That's his plan is to stay as sharp and as fresh as he possibly can.
Some other roster-related news on Monday: center Ethan Pocic returned to practice after missing the last 4 games on injured reserve with a knee injury, and tight end Gerald Everett also returned to practice on Monday after missing some time on the COVID list.